Hey everyone, welcome and God bless. Thank you for joining me in another video. In this video, we're going to be discussing spiritual fitness. Yes, it is a thing, and I'm going to be discussing it in this video. But before we get into this discussion, subscribe to this channel. Also share this video, like this video. Feel free to drop a comment if you want to. And I do appreciate your support of this channel. Now let's get into the topic of spiritual fitness. In this day and age, in this world, there's such an emphasis on the exterior and how we look, which is not a bad thing all the time. And especially as we approach a new year, we close out one year, begin another one. There's so many different New Year's resolutions around weight loss and getting into shape and hitting the gym. All of those are great things. Those are things I strongly advocate and talk about on this channel. My channel is about wellness, body, mind, and spirit. So I'm all for it, and I have a bunch of content about it. But that is not the only aspect of fitness and of wellness. There are other ways to be fit, and that we should strive to for areas of fitness in. And another area, a very important area, is spiritual fitness. So I'm going to be discussing what spiritual fitness is and what it looks like when you are spiritually fit, and why we all should be striving to be spiritually fit. So there's some qualities and some attributes and some things you'll see when you become spiritually fit. 7 things that I'm going to talk about. So the number one thing is, when a person is spiritually fit, when we become spiritually fit, we become more resilient. So spiritual fitness brings on resiliency, right? So we will be able, when we're spiritually fit, to withstand the vicissitudes of life, withstand the problems of life, withstand the things that will knock over other people and destroy other people. What'll happen is God will begin to make us stronger, so we can be able to fight and survive in this world that is harsh, this world that can be very cruel, this world that can really take you down day by day. God will give you the strength to move on, to be strong, and to stand when problems come, to stand when you're living in a pandemic, to stand when problems come your way, to stand when people try to take you down. God will give you the power and the strength and the resilience to be able to stand and be strong in the face of adversity. And that's what spiritual fitness will bring you. It will bring you resilience. That's number one. Number two, when a person is spiritually fit, when we become spiritually fit, we become more discerning. When we are more discerning, we're able to pick up on things that other people don't see. Able to pick up on things ahead of time, before it's too late, before we make that decision, before we invite that person into our lives, before we take that job, before we move into that neighborhood, before we make that deal. God will make us more discerning when we are spiritually fit. So we become more sensitive to the voice of God, more sensitive to the Holy Spirit. And it will save us a lot of problems down the line. And it will get us out of unnecessary problems, unnecessary drama in our lives when we're more discerning. Because when we're discerning, we're able to see the red flags. When we're discerning, we're able to see the problem ahead of time. And we'll be like, oh, wait, I'm not going to go there. I see an issue. But when we're not spiritually fit, we get blind to these things. And we don't see the toxic person. And we don't see that problematic situation, right? But when we're discerning, we begin to pick up on things, not just the bad things. We begin to pick up on good things, the things that are good for us, the things that we should be doing, the things that we should be participating in. And that's only when we get that sensitive ear. So what discernment is, in this point, is really divine wisdom. God will equip us and give us that divine wisdom that we need, going back to survival, to survive in this world. So people that are spiritually fit, they're discerning. Number 3, people that are spiritually fit are more content. Yes, you will become a happier person, a person that's filled more with joy and contentment, a person that's not complaining. I for one, I'm more of a pessimistic person naturally, but when I'm more spiritually fit, and I can always feel when I'm getting out of shape spiritually, the more spiritually fit that I become, the more happier I am. And the more spiritually fit that you become, the happier you will become, because there'll be more of God in you. So when there's more of God in you, there's going to be more love. There's going to be more peace. There's going to be, and that's going to, all those things, all those qualities are going to bring more contentment to your life. So you're going to be complaining less. You're going to be looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. You're not going to be looking for problems. Some of us, we look for issues. We're not going to be looking at the issue. We're going to be looking at the more positive things in life. So we're going to be happier people. So people who are, because the Spirit of God will make you happier. You're going to become a more content person when you're spiritually fit. Number 4, when you're spiritually fit, we become more emotionally healthy. So God will begin to help us deal with our issues, right? And it may not be some, mystical, spooky thing where, it's just going to be just you and God one-on-one all the time and communing in the Spirit all the time. No. Yes, it'll be some of that, but it'll be more of God also through the discernment, another quality you'll get, leading you to people that can help you become healthy, right? Leading you to the right relationships, leading you to the right therapists, leading you to the right pastors and spiritual leaders, people that will help to build you up and to help you to heal, right? So we become more emotionally healthy when we are spiritually fit. And God and the Holy Spirit will come in and begin to repair those areas that are damaged inside of us, mentally, emotionally. Those broken pieces, God will begin to piece them back together again and bring us to good health and we will become more whole people when we get in shape spiritually. So we begin to, because what's going to happen is we're going to, looking at the Word of God, Galatians 5, 22 through 24, we'll begin to get those fruits of the Spirit. And those fruits of the Spirit, the love, the joy, the peace, the long suffering, the self-control, all of those fruits will begin to take on those divine qualities, and they will begin to heal us emotionally and heal those broken pieces and begin to fill those pockets of emptiness that are on the inside. So when we're spiritually fit, we're more emotionally healthy people, and we're less toxic and less harmful to others. So we want to strive for that. Number 5, when we're spiritually fit, our character gets stronger. Our character gets better. So God will go in, and this is the hard part, right? It's kind of like when we're getting physically fit. The hard part is getting up and getting to the gym, getting up and going for that run, getting up and going to that group fitness class or whatever, getting up and getting on that bike or whatever we do to maintain our fitness, right? Getting up and going for that walk, right? So that's the hard part. And getting there and lifting those heavy weights and going on that 4 or 5 mile run that you didn't want to do, or taking that walk you didn't want to take, right? That is the hard part, getting up and doing it, right? The hard part is for us on a spiritual level, and the character repair is identifying those things that are within us that are not healthy, that's not good, that is poor quality of our character, right? So God will begin, as you begin to get spiritually fit, God will begin to point those things out. He did it for me, and I know he'll do it for you. As I begin to get spiritually healthier, God began to point out my passive aggressive behavior, begin to, point out my negativity, begin to point out my poor attitude and point out my laziness. I was very lazy. And God, things within my character, me not following up, me not being a person of my word. Those are character issues, and they are not good. And if you are to go places in life and accomplish your goals, having a good and strong character is a thing that we need. So when we get spiritually fit, God will begin to work on our character and begin to tell us the things that we need to improve and change, and give us the strength and the tools to help us to make those changes. God is just not going to tell you, hey, just like people do, hey, you need to fix that, and not like really help you out and give you any instruction. God will say, hey, you see this? We're going to deal with this. And people have a hard time dealing with their stuff. You see this thing, you have to deal with this, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to lead you to people. I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to tell you what to do to help you to become whole and to repair your character and help you to become a person of a good character. That's what we all need to be striving to do. So your character is going to become stronger when you become spiritually, not just physically, but spiritually fit. Number six, when we are spiritually fit, when a person is spiritually fit, we become more aligned with our purpose. So many people struggle today because they don't know why they're on the planet. They don't know what their purpose is. And there's so many people who are aimlessly moving through life, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to do next, feeling empty on the inside because they don't have no sense of purpose. The closer we get to God, the closer we get to our purpose. The more spiritually fit we are, the more aligned we become with our purpose. And we begin to move in, oftentimes God is not going to give us the whole picture. He'll give us pieces of the picture of what we should be doing and why we came on planet Earth in the first place. So even if it comes in pieces and God doesn't tell you, yes, you're destined to do this specifically. And some of us will get that revelation, and it's great if you get it early in life. Some people, we don't get it until midlife. Some people, we don't get it till almost the end of life. But as long as you get it when you're supposed to get it, right? So as we are spiritually fit, we will begin to align with our purpose, and God will begin to order our steps, and we'll begin to do the things that we need to be doing, and we'll begin to feel like, yes, I feel whole. Yes, I feel a sense of purpose, and I feel good about my life because I know I'm doing what I was put on this planet and what I was born to do. And there's no greater feeling than moving in your purpose and living a life where you know you're doing what you were born to do. It's such a sense of fulfillment. And if you're watching this and you're not there yet, you need to get spiritually fit so you can get in line with your purpose. So spiritual fitness aligns you with your purpose. And number 7, finally, you need to know, once you commit yourself to God and start to become spiritually in shape, and you get spiritually in shape, you are a blessed person. That's right. Now, God could bless you when you're spiritually out of shape or spiritually in shape. But when you get in shape, there are specific things and blessings that are going to be your portion, that God is going to bestow to you because you are being obedient, because you are where you're supposed to be spiritually. You're going to get all the blessings that you should be getting at that time, and you're going to have all that you need in your life to bring you contentment when you are spiritually fit. You're going to get the blessings that you're supposed to be getting. Some of us, because we're spiritually out of shape and we're out of tune with God, it's not that God doesn't have those blessings, but he can't release them because we're not making the necessary steps to put ourselves in a position to get that blessing, right? So it's kind of like, trying to get the results without putting in the actions, right? Same thing at the gym. If you want to get physically fit, you've got to put in the time at the gym. You have to, do the exercises. You have to do the routines. You have to do the reps, so you can get yourself to the place to get the results. And it's just not the physical part. It's also what you put in your body. You have to eat the right foods, right? You just can't be eating junk food all day and go to the gym. I've seen people go to the gym every day and get heavier. Get even more out of shape because they're eating more. Yes, they're exercising, but they're eating more and they haven't changed their diet. So you also have to change your diet. So there's different things that you have to do to get the results that you need. Same thing spiritually. There's things that we have to do for us to get the results and the blessings that we need in your life. So spiritually fit people that are in shape spiritually, they are blessed people. These are people that you and I want to be around and that you and I should be striving to be. And how you get spiritually fit, maybe that's another video for me to do, but I'm gonna tell you in short, how you get spiritually fit is staying connected to God, doing the spiritual disciplines that you need to do to get you to the next level and to put you in a state of growth spiritually. These things don't happen overnight. You start little by little, just like, at the gym. And if you want to get physically fit, you don't start off, deadlifting 200 pounds. No, you work your way up, You don't start off bench pressing 80 pounds or 300 pounds, however strong you are. No, you work your way there. You don't start off running 10 miles or 6 miles. No, you start off with half a mile or a quarter of a mile. you know, it's little by little. But the point of this video is that I want you to get more connected to God, little by little, every day, to the point where you get fit, to the point where you get these qualities. And as you get these qualities, and as we get into shape, these are the things that will help us to not only survive, but to thrive on planet Earth in the 21st century. Well, that's all that I had to share with you in this video. Hopefully it's a blessing. If it is a blessing, if you enjoyed this content, share it, put it out in the world. I really would appreciate that. Once again, thank you for joining me. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next video.